Yeah, one of the rules here is pretty adhered to, is the 9-inch lash on this one. So all I do here is just fix a piece of lecky tape around the top of the pole, and that's my 9-inch limit. I also on the shallow kits do one at 6, and then there's no arguments if whys or buts. It's 9-inch, 6-inch. Another tip, and it's just starting to happen now, is if you start getting plagued with foul hookers and you float dancing around all over the place, come off the deck down the edge. It can be an inch, can even be half depth. Like on this one, I've just come literally half depth. As you're feeding that slop, if the F1s come down there, they'll tend to want to feed off the deck anyway. And you'll find if you can get the F1s down that edge, you won't get played with the small fish. And the bigger ones will just sit on top of the little ones. My shallow rig, nothing pretty. Again on this one, I'll have 2 or 3 of these rigs made up. One at 6-inch, one 8, one at a foot. Anything over this, I'll use a bristle float. But rules are rules, and here again, I'll just use a piece of tape. You can use Tipex, whatever you want. 6-inch for the float to the pellet, minimum, and then obviously a 9-inch lash. So it makes it nice and easy. Dan's elastic set really soft, and then personally on these ones I use the Browning short shallow kits, and then again the Browning short 4. It's really good quality kits. I sit on my Colmic, it fits perfect. So luckily enough we seem to get them shallow, short. Now you can use slop on this, works really well, or pellet. Again, just slap. Keep a tight line. They're even more shallow, aren't they? Like 6 inches here. Fish on. One of the things, keeping the rig straight, there's a lot of other ideas out there what a lot of people do, like putting a BB sort of an inch from the float. I personally find it really difficult to control the rig that way, but it does work, you know, and also if allowed. But you know, on this it says no overshotted rigs, and I think if you put a BB just above the float and then let the rig relax, it's definitely going to sink. So I think personally, to avoid any accusations of bending the rules, I think you're better off just not to bother putting a big shot above the float. But what I tend to do, and I found works well for me, is make the rigs out of really stiff, thick line. So today, and this is no joke, you know, I'm using the rig here is 023, and it's quite a stiff line, and all it does then effectively when the rig goes over on the slap is it keeps everything stiff. And then again I tend to use a 2-inch or even a 3-inch 2-inch hook link, and then the rig runs on the line. Again, very small float, very easy to make yourself, to be honest. Just it's a bit smaller than a lot smaller than a sort of like a P type float, but I just find it perfect